and welcome to Good Morning Biola. Thank you for waking up with us. I'm Caitlin Quisenberry.
And I'm Brianna Bias.
And this morning, we are still in our producer's kitchen.
Yeah, we took a week off. We delayed the show a little bit. I'm sure at this point you're also familiar with COVID-19 delaying plans.
It's quite an event, but we've come to expect the unexpected at this point. So we're just here enjoying my coffee, and what do you have today?
I've got some lavender Earl Grey tea.
I didn't even know that existed. So here we go, expecting the unexpected.
Exactly.
And with that, let's get to our top stories. A year ago this month, we all had an eye on the rapidly spreading COVID-19, but we still went about our daily lives, going to birthday parties, classes, and church services. But within a matter of days, COVID-19 made its way over to the states and everything was shut down. This began with President Trump declaring a national state of emergency, followed by the stay-at-home order in California and then in New York. Sirens, masks, and social distancing became the new norm, and hospitals were filled to capacity as the stock markets continued to plummet. And yet, people started to expect the unexpected and cheer their healthcare workers on every night. Over 526,000 people have died in the United States alone due to COVID-19. And as cases continue to drop by nearly 75%, mask mandates have been dropped in several states, including Texas, Mississippi, Iowa, Montana, and North Dakota, as hope for the end of the pandemic begins to rise.
Biola invited remaining students known as Phase 3 students back to campus after a year of living at home. On March 2nd, the Gatehouse opened for students who wished to move back onto Biola's campus. Until this point, only those who had in-person classes were permitted to live in the dorms. The flood of students who moved in for Phase 3 caused previously closed residence halls and vacant floors to be reopened. Residential students still do not have roommates as per LA County's regulations, but can now wave to each other across campus from 6 feet away.
Last Monday, South Dakota passed a bill banning the inclusion of transgender athletes in women's sports. Governor Kristi Noem tweeted Monday saying, quote, "In South Dakota, we're celebrating #International Women's Day by defending women's sports. And backers of the bill say that it promotes fairness in women's sports, while opponents say that it will only spark a series of legal battles."
TikTok star LaRon Hines crossed the line between daycare volunteer and Hollywood celebrity after appearing at the 2021 Golden Globe Awards. The content creator became famous for his videos interviewing preschoolers with trivia questions. When the pandemic hit, Hines moved home from Los Angeles to Brookhaven, Mississippi, where he began volunteering with preschoolers at the Kids R Us Learning Center. Hines desires a career in show business and began interviewing the kids as a creative way to engage with them. After his videos blew up, the hosts of the Golden Globes, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler, requested that he make a video for the broadcast. 19-year-old Hines began making the best out of a pandemic and is now recognized nationwide.
Following midterms this week, I know I'm looking forward to a little bit of California sunshine. Hopefully that's on the forecast. Ashley, what do you have for us?
Yes, Caitlin, so I can give you a little bit of good news. The rain showers are on hold for today, but we're going to see some cloud cover. Your high is going to be about 64, and then our low is down to about 46. So you're going to want to keep grabbing those raincoats, keep grabbing those coats for the rest of the day and into the week. And we're going to see 10-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Then we also have a beach advisory right now in Los Angeles County. Because of all that rain, we're seeing higher ocean levels and higher levels of bacteria. So if you're a surfer or a beach goer, keep your eye on that. I'll have more for you guys later in the show.
Well, we all love a story about a superhero who rescues people in dark alleys, but what about a real-life hero who rescues cats in dark alleys?
After neighbors continuously left boxes of kittens in her front porch, Viviana Gonzalez started a trap-neuter return service for the feral cats in the southeast Los Angeles area.
So when we go to a colony and we come across young kittens, there's a possibility that we could find them homes. So we will definitely help the kittens. We will fix the mom get the kittens. Once they get to a certain age and they're friendly enough to go and get adopted, we do have a partner with an organization called Gers and Purrs, and they're located in Monrovia.
Viviana traps approximately 15 cats a night within 3 to 4 hours. She usually goes to neighborhoods, but also stops by commercial zones if she sees a lot of feral cats.
After a day of trapping, the cats are brought back to the cat room.
This is Stephanie Guevara with Good Morning Biola.
Thank you, Stephanie. And Southgate Cats really seem to have a heart for your homeless cats.
Yeah, it's amazing to see someone doing such good deeds in the middle of a pandemic when we're worried about so many other things, to really, step outside of their own world and chip and rescue these cats in the middle of the night.
Yeah, I mean, such an authentic and sweet thing to do.
Super amazing. Yeah, well, pretty soon we'll have Emily here to tell us what's trending online, but first, we've got Jeff Woolson to tell us all about March Madness. Here's Sports in 90.
Thanks, guys. I'm Jeff Wilson, and this is Sports in 90. 3 days until March Madness tips off, so let's look at how some of the top teams did. Here we go. It was the showdown in Stillwater between Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. Bryce Williams with the three to put the boys ahead by 1. Let's go 2 minutes to go in the second half. Khalid Boone goes to work in the paint. Look at him go. Yeah, you flex that muscle, big man. Cowboys get the big win, 75-79. Baylor, West Virginia. Matthew Mayers puts the Bears ahead by 1, while Jared Butler puts them in overtime. Let's go to overtime. 30 seconds to go. Baylor up 3. Offensive foul called, clinching Baylor's win. They take it 94-89. Let's go to Ann Arbor, Illinois and Michigan. It was the Trent Frazier show as he was torching and breaking Michigan's defense all throughout this game, dropping 22 points over the number 2 team in the nation. Big time win for the Illinois, 76-53. Let's go over to the NBA. Clippers at the Celtics. It was Kemba Walker's world, and we're just living in it. 25 points, 50% from three-point land, including this wonderful alley-oop. Oh my goodness. Big time win for the Celtics, 112-117. Out west, Suns-Lakers. LeBron had 38 points, but the Suns remind everybody that this is a team sport. 5 guys had at least 15 or more points. And can we just talk about the ball movement? It was absolutely phenomenal. Chris Paul with the 3, let's do it. 114-104, Suns win. Alright, make sure to fill out those March Madness brackets. I'm Jeff Wilson, and this was Sports in 90.
Welcome back, and if you're just joining us this morning, we are so happy to have you. Well, Brianna, my phone has been blowing up this whole week with alerts about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle with Oprah.
Yeah, that interview was crazy. Did you watch it?
I did, yes. It was shocking, to say the least.
Very exposing. Yeah, Emily's got more on that for us. Let's take a look.
Here's what's trending this week. Oprah Winfrey's interview with the Dutch and Duchess of Sussex finally revealed all after 2 years of silence and went viral, with the CBS morning show gaining over 17 million viewers. TikTok is celebrating Women's History Month with the hashtag thanks to her. And finally, we will be featuring some of our favorite posts thanks to your guys' responses on our Instagram and Twitter. Here's what's coming up. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex finally broke their 2-year silence in an interview with Oprah Winfrey last night. The live broadcast brought over 17 million viewers, and Meghan spilled some pretty juicy details about what life in the royal family actually looked like, and actually why they decided to leave. They also announced the gender of their baby girl on the way. You can watch the full interview on CBS.com. TikTok is celebrating Women's History Month this month with the hashtag Thanks to Her, which is focused on celebrating the achievements and accomplishments of women in the past. You can also get your facts straight about women's equality by trying out the filter Women's History Quiz. Also, Sammy Winslow, we loved seeing your Victorian sponge cake topped with raspberries and powdered sugar. It looked delicious. And Jenna Wirtz, I'm so jealous of your morning surfing habit right before class. That is all for this week. This has been What's Trending with Good Morning Biola. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at GMBTV19. This has been Emily Coffey. Back to you, Brianna and Caitlin.
Well, thank you for submitting in your hashtag of the week. I know I personally appreciated seeing everyone get out, go to the beach, make some yummy food.
Yeah, super fun. What's your favorite escape and getaway?
Honestly, I would say it's just being able to spend time with friends. Yeah, I enjoy that social conversation, especially in the midst of a pandemic.
And you live with some really great friends too, which is
my
fun.
roommates are amazing.
Yeah. Well, Caitlin, I have a confession for you and for our viewers.
Yes.
At home, we're sitting in a kitchen right now, but at home, I'm actually banned from the kitchen. No. I burn everything. My family wrote up a contract that I can't go in. So thankfully, we've got Marlena Lang here to save the day and teach us how to do a Brianna-proof recipe. Marlena.
Good morning, Biola. I'm Marlena Lang, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make pesto tortellini soup with my assistant Brooke here.
This simple recipe from the I Heart Trader Joe's College Cookbook makes 2 servings and takes just 25 minutes to complete. For this recipe, you will need 1 container of Trader Joe's pesto tortellini bowl, 2 cups of chicken broth, 2 tablespoons of Trader Joe's pesto, half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, and half a bag of arugula.
So our first step is to microwave the organic pesto tortellini. So it says to microwave for 2 minutes, so we're going to do that right now.
When your tortellini is in the microwave, measure out your 2 cups of chicken stock and pour it into a medium pot and set your stovetop temperature to high.
So once you have the chicken broth measured out, you're going to add your 2 tablespoons of pesto to the chicken broth as it's heating up, so that's 1 tablespoon. And now we'll add our second. And then take a little bit more. Great. After our pesto, we will add half a teaspoon of salt and a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, ground black pepper to be exact.
Once all of your ingredients are in, stir together until the broth comes to a boil.
Now that the broth is to a boil, we add the microwaved tortellini into the broth. Be careful so it doesn't splash on you.
Add in your arugula as well and mix for 1 to 2 minutes until the arugula is wilted. When your soup is ready to serve, add some cheese to garnish if desired and enjoy.
Now it's finally time to taste. Let's try this. It's very good. Great healthy lunch or dinner. Would totally recommend. Go make this, and I'll see you next time, Biola.
Ashley, and for all of our surfers watching, I hear we have a beach advisory. What do you have for us?
So thankfully I can give you a little bit of good news. We'll see that cloud cover on Wednesday, but as we get into the weekend, we'll see that break and we'll see the 75 on Sunday and lots of Los Angeles sun. So I know that everybody is rejoicing to get into summer. Now let's take a look at the West Coast. So if you're up in the Pacific Northwest, you're going to see those clouds, you're going to see that rain, and then we're going to even see a low pressure system coming over the Sierra Nevadas, and that means snow. So you're going to see 5 inches around 2,500 feet, and then all the way at the top of the mountain, you're going to see 24 inches. So if you're looking for a snow day or a last day of the season for ski and snowboarders, make sure you get on up there before it's gone. Back to you guys in the studio.
24 inches.
That's a lot.
I mean, we often have snow in the high Sierras at this time of year, but 24 inches.
It's time to buy a lift ticket, Brianna. Are we going snowboarding?
Are we doing this?
Happening?
Yeah, if you're a snowboarder, I guess it's
Ashley,
your
are you
time.
joining us?
Yeah, so I actually grew up skiing in Washington. I was up on Mount Baker when I was a kid, and it would be awesome to get my skis on a California mountain, so We'll see.
I can't wait. It sounds like it's happening.
Yeah, you'll have to send us some pictures and we'll put it on the show.
And speaking of pictures,
yeah, so if you want to be featured on the next episode, follow us on Instagram and Twitter and tag us with the hashtag GMBTV19 and send us a photo of you in your green on St. Patrick's Day. We'd love to see that.
yes, we want to see that. Thank you so much for waking up with us and starting your day with us.